Hello, welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Henry VIII, and today we get to hear yet again from King Henry VIII in Act 5, Scene 1, and we're going to wrap up Act 5, Scene 1 today. Isn't that exciting? I think there's 4 scenes in Act 5 though, so we still have a little ways to go with this play. Anyway, so we are right now in the middle of a bit that's sort of like how the play started. We started off the play with Buckingham being set up for being treasonous, and now we have Cranmer being set up for being an heretic against the king. So, and both of these men, both Buckingham and Cranmer, are men that the king likes and respects and doesn't necessarily want to have to see on trial. He wants them to prevail when they are on trial. And as we all know, Buckingham did not. He ended up dying. The king ended up getting divorced, which had nothing to do with Buckingham. The king married Anne Boleyn. We also learned at the beginning of this scene that Anne Boleyn is now in labor, and it's a particularly difficult labor, and we're not sure if she's going to live, but Garnier would be okay with it if Cranmer and Cromwell and Anne Boleyn all died. So he's the one that's kind of setting up Cranmer, who has been called in front of the court tomorrow, or this morning, sorry. Yeah, like tomorrow morning, he's been called in front of the court to testify in front of them to try to prove that he is not an heretic. So he's been chatting with the king, and the king yesterday was sort of like, you know, don't be surprised if people are trying to get at you and they're doing really nasty things to do it, because we've got some people who would do that sort of thing around here. And Cranmer's like, oh, woe is me, this is terrible, this is terrible. And King Henry says, be of good cheer. They shall no more prevail than we give way to. Keep comfort to you, and this morning see you do appear before them. If they shall chance, in charging you with matters, to commit you, the best persuasions to the contrary fail not to use, and with what vehemency the occasion shall instruct you. If entreaties will render you no remedy, this ring deliver to them, and your appeal to us there make before them. Look, the good man weeps. He's honest, on mine honor. God's blessed mother, I swear he is true-hearted, and a soul none better in my kingdom. Get you gone, and do as I have bid you. He has strangled his language in his tears. Sorry, my nose itches. So yeah, this is the buck up. You have my permission to stand up for yourself in this trial, and if they don't believe the things that you say, however strongly you need to say them, here's my ring to be like on your side, show them this, and that hopefully will help sway them in the right way so that nothing bad happens to you. Just be prepared, basically, is what he's saying. And then once Cranmer leaves, an old woman comes in, and it turns out she has news. The queen has given birth to a daughter, which is a bit of a disappointment to Henry. He was hoping for a son because Catherine never gave him a son. I think historically maybe she had some sons, but none of them lived or something, or maybe she just never gave birth to any sons. I'll check on that and I'll get back to you. But anyway, so Henry was really, really hoping that Anne Boleyn was going to give him a son. She gives him a daughter. They give the old woman 100 gold pieces for the bit of news that a daughter has been born, and the old woman is kind of bitter about that, thinking she should have gotten more. And then Act 5, Scene 1 ends. So I will see you tomorrow as we figure out how this whole play is going to wrap up. Mwah.